Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig and I can't wait to show you today these great easy 3D toppers from our friends at Hardy Crafts. There's 10 designs in each package. There's fall, there's Halloween, there's Christmas. They come in 3 little layers like this and they're individually packaged, which I'm really excited about. And you just layer them with foam tape so they're 3-dimensional and they make perfect little focals for your paper crafting. So I can't wait to show you what I did with them, so come play with us. So let's go through each one of these by title. This one's Christmas Time, and we can zoom in on these a little bit, Steve. This one's got little, lots of poinsettia, little squirrel, a pumpkin, candles, all kinds of little lanterns, so adorable. This is one of my favorites. And then we've got this vintage Christmas balls. I think we're calling them fancy ornaments. Once again, 10 different designs, really beautiful. I use these on a card. I'm going to definitely show you. Then we've got winter doors, which is so cute on the front of a card with maybe some brick background or wood. Very cute. Winter trees, and they've got these little friends, foxes and rabbits and squirrels, and of course a snowman. Christmas decorations, which are wonderful Christmas ornaments with some greenery and things like that. And then we're getting into the fall, which adorable. I did a couple of projects using this one. Can't forget Halloween. Also did a card using this one. Then we've got Christmas with stockings, and these are more of a vintagey feel. Lanterns, which are just so fun. They're so popular in Christmas decorating. And then we've got Winter Village. How cute. These I can see putting multiple on a card and creating a little scene, like maybe on a slimline. So really, really cute. So let's start with fall. And with all of these out of the way. So here we've got our fall, and here is a card that I did using the little fall one. Let's open these up and I'm going to show you how these come. I'm just so excited about these because not only are they really versatile, but they come individually packaged, so you don't have to punch anything out, you don't have to cut anything out, you don't have to sort anything. They're all the pieces, all the layers are in these packages, which and from a manufacturing standpoint, that's a really time consuming, and these should be way more expensive than they are. They're really inexpensive and they're just really great focals. So look at that, look how cute. And they're just these really, the art is fantastic on them. Really, really cute. So on this one, I used a little mushroom with the hedgehog. So let's open this one up. Oh, here we go. I always miscalculate. The flap on them is quite large and I expect it to be smaller. There we go. So we've got our little 3 layers here, okay? So you take the first one that has the most pieces or most elements to it, and then I like to just use these little pieces of foam squares, and they just pop off like this, all right? And layer them like on the back of this one, and then you're just aligning the elements like this. So you see this element is still sticking out from behind it, and then the third element is that cute little leaf, and you're going to put some foam tape on that one too. Okay, so I'm going to show you that in a little more detail, but how cute. So on this particular card right here, let me make sure I don't lose these, you guys. All right, there we go. So on this particular card, I used, this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. So I used sunflower 6 by 6 pattern cardstock, which is fantastic for fall, late summer, and really just had a little bit of white space left over at the top and the bottom. And so I just took some thin line dazzles. These are colorful thin line dazzles. We have these in so many different finishes. I took the little red ones right here, and I just took a scallop one and put it along the top and the bottom. And then I just took this roasted coffee ink pad, just a really nice brown, and I just sort of drug that over the top and bottom edge. And that was just my finishing there. So that was really quick. And then I just took a little piece here. When you put this on, since this is 5 inches, I had an inch that I cut off the side of the card. And I just used that right across the center as another additional border because these are double-sided papers. So this was on the back of this wood one. So I just glued that across the center. And then I used an oval die set. This is 12 oval and scallops cutting die. And I used the two nesting ones here and did a white cardstock. Edge that a little bit with this brown ink pad as well. Use some foam tape on this one. And then I just assembled that little guy like we were showing you. Put a little bit of red ribbon there, which I thought was so cute. Just a little red gingham from the red ribbon set. Just a little knot of that. And then I wanted to add some more little 3D elements. So these are sunshine pixie petals, which are just the most adorable, perfect size little paper flower, and just glued those amongst those leaves. And then as far as the little greeting went, I used these tiny words and phrases, Dazzle stickers. They come in 5 different finishes, and they're just perfect when you've created your card and they're like, oh no, where am I gonna put my little greeting? I do that all the time. So I used just this little gold one. I used the brown would have been perfect for this, but my background here was kind of dark, so I wanted it to pop a little bit more. I wanted that contrast of color, so I went ahead and did that with those colors. All right, so then I think that's it on that color. Okay, so also from that fall set, I wanted to do something that was still fall, but that was a little different. So I started here with 2 from the fall collection. I used the scarecrow and the little wheelbarrow. Okay, and I wanted to show you could put more than one on a project. So this is actually chipboard. I wanted to use these for my background to make a little wall hanging, maybe something to put next to my doorbell outside. I don't mind putting paper out and cards chipboard outside as long as you have like a covered porch area. So this is a 7 1/4 inch tall oval. It's actually 5 inches this way. And then of course the 8 inch by 5 3/4 inch scalloped oval. So here are those 2 pieces. And as you can see on the scalloped oval, I went ahead and took an ink pad. This is zesty orange. You could cover this with paper, but that's a whole lot of scallops to cut around. So I just wanted to give it a little color. So I just took the surface of my ink pad and I just went like that on there, and then it was fine. And then I wanted a sort of a darker edge, I don't know, to give it a little depth. So I just went around that, and I'm just putting a little brown ink around the edges, just like that. And that gives that a nice finished edge. As far as this piece goes, I covered it, just covered it with some glue. And of course we love to use our, maybe we can zoom out a little bit, I think we're getting really blurry, Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue. And then used wood and texture paper pack. That's great. Wood and texture paper pack, and there's all different kinds of wood here. I used this one right here and just covered that on there. Took my little scissors and turned this upside down and just trimmed the paper away this way. Then I took my little sanding block and I just went around the edges like that. You see it's got sort of a white edge. I like to do that on chipboard, especially because even though you're cutting around it, sometimes you get these little, I don't know, chunky bits there that are nice to trim away, and that way you get not only that distressed edge, that white edge, which just gives it a little bit more emphasis there. You just take away all those little chunky bits from cutting around it. I don't know what else to call it, but chunky bits. All right, so then I took my 2 little pieces here of the 3D toppers, assembled those with the little foam tape squares, and then I added, this is the primary set of script greeting dazzles, and I used the yellow one there because I really wanted that to pop. And then what else did I add? Oh yeah, the pixie petals. Once again, I used the sunshine yellow and then also the salmon color. And I just glued those here and here. And then I wanted to add, of course, some ribbon. So what we're going to do is we need to have a little hanger for our project. So here is some brown ribbon, brown gingham ribbon. This is from our brown ribbon set. And what I'm going to do is take a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to put some dots around it here. This glue holds so well, you don't need a lot. In fact, the more you use, kind of the more slippery and slimy it is. So I'm going to turn this a little bit like this, so that it can hang on a little nail. You want to kind of flatten it at the top so it's going to hang really nicely. So I'm just going to put a couple of dots of glue here. You don't want to get too close to the edge, and you'll notice when I did ink it, I only inked about an inch around, or an inch in, because that's all going to be covered up with the other oval, so why waste the ink? Right, and then I'm going to put some glue on that ribbon so that when I put this down over it, oops, I got a little too far out of there. There we go. And then I made a little bow, and I'm going to put that right here. There we go. So quick and easy. It really was. This thing took me about 20 minutes to make. It was very fast because those 3D layers, that's where all the detail and the fun is, right? Okay, so I'm going to put this over here and let that dry. Now you guys, we've got a Halloween topper. So I'm going to show you these quickly. These are crazy fun. I don't know why I'm having trouble opening these today. There we go. Okay, so once again, you're getting 10 of these. So it's got this crazy little spider. And this is the one I use, those 3 pieces. It's got a rat with a pumpkin. Ooh, a skull. Here's a skeleton with a cupcake. Here's a witch with a little house. And a cat, a black cat with a pumpkin. This one I love, this owl with the moon. And, oh, a ghost jumping out of a trunk. And of course, a bat with the moon. So not terrifying, but little spooky bits, which are really fun for Halloween. So for this one, I used a slimline card. So this is 8.5 by 3.5 inches wide. I covered it with using 2 paper packs. So for this one, this is gingham #1 paper pack, and it's got a really nice black gingham. This is 2 sizes of gingham, so it's the small and then the great big bold on the back. So I used the big bold black pattern right there, and then the orange is sort of this nice fall, kind of a burnt orange color that's in Dotted Duos #3, which I love this set. If you don't have this one for your fall cards, this is the one to get. You can use it for everything. So I just took about, I don't know, 2.5 inches on this side, and then the rest I covered with the polka dots. I could see right here, there's a little line of white cardstock right there. So I sort of matted one edge, okay? And then assembled with the foam tape squares, my little pumpkin guy. And then I just wanted to take a little strip of some glitter. So I have this black glitter cardstock. These come in 4 packs. This is new for us from hot off the press. Fantastic. I love how it doesn't come off. And this is just a wonderful shade of black. So I cut that into 2 little strips, like there's 2 little banners there. And I did that because I wanted to put some Dazzle greetings on here. These are happy every holiday Dazzle greetings. And they've got lots of happies up here. And then it's St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Easter, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Independence Day, Valentine's Day, Easter, New Year's, and it repeats. In all these different colors. So these are a great thing to have if you make a lot of different holiday cards. Well, I wanted to use them in white, and I wanted them to really stand out. So I put them on that black glitter, and they really pop. I love that. And then I added some jewel border Dazzle stickers. These are black with the silver, and just put some of those on there for a little more sparkle. And I was really happy with how that turned out. It was just very simple to put together. All right, so let's do some Christmas. So I have got, using these fancy ornaments, or they're vintage Christmas balls. Somehow we got it switched on our website to fancy ornaments, so I'm not sure why. So here we've got, I used, this one is a 6.5 by 5 inch card, and the inside I covered with this right here, if you can see that one there. This is Poinsettia Passion 12 by 12 patterned cardstock. And I use this one. It has a little candlescape down here. So I just use the top part and then this part right here. And when I covered that, I first took my card and did a cutaway portion on it. So I cut away, about 3 5/8. So a little over 3.5 inches. I just cut away from the flap only. And then I covered the inside of the card with the border going this way, and then I used another border going here. Okay, and then I used some, I used some thin line dazzles. I'm trying to find them. Anyway, I used some thin line dazzle stickers in the pastel and pearl finish. You can see these. They're like, I just put them along the top and bottom. So I put them here, one right there, one right there, and then right there and there, so that it had kind of a nice finished edge, because this little ornament here has got a lot of sparkle on it. Then when I assembled my little ornament with the little foam pads and glued that, so it was just glued on one side, so it has a real fancy edge to it. All right, then I added some really cute little, here they are. These are Winter Wishes sparklets, and those were just another way to get a little more sparkle on there. I did some right there and some right here. This little greeting comes in the paper pack, so I just foam taped that along the bottom edge. And then of course added a little burgundy 1/8 inch ribbon at the top, did a little bow there, and that was that. So just something a little different on that one with a little cutaway. And then finally, from this set here, I believe I got the right one. Yes, I do. This was Christmas time. And I used this one right here with a lantern on it. And it comes, of course, in the 3 pieces. So when I was covering my little chipboard ornament, this is Fancy Squares chipboard ornament. I took one of these, covered it with just a little bit of this black paper. It's got a, sort of a real subtle brocade kind of pattern on it. I used this bottom corner of it right in here, and covered that, and then trimmed around that with my little scissors. I did both sides, so do one side, trim it, do the other side, trim it. Then I used that sanding block again and did that all around the edge, so you can see that white edge really pop, gets that distressed look. And then I used 2 of the 3 pieces on this side right here. So let me grab this and show you, just to make it clear how I put it together. Oh, you know what? This is the one I used. So I can't make it clear. All right, so I used the lantern piece first and glued that down, okay? But then I also, before I glued it down, I just glued a little loop of ribbon with the ends under that. So glued that to this side. Then the next layer is the big poinsettia piece. That's this piece. So I glued that over here. And then finally, the little last poinsettia, I glued here. So I just sort of split it up. And that way your ornament has 2 sides, okay? So then also wanted to use these dazzle stickers. These are Christmas greeting dazzles, and it has 3 different finishes in a package. And I did the season's greetings from that red, and that just really pops nicely there. And that's all I did. I just added a little knot of gingham ribbon, and this sheer ribbon is from the same red ribbon set. And a really quick and easy ornament to do, which I love to do. And what a great gift. You could attach it to a package or a gift bag. So you guys, we've got a great money saver featuring this collection. So you can get your fall, your Halloween, and your Christmas cards done in a snap, okay? And I can't tell you how much I love these guys. Whenever we have them come through, and I know they're scheduled for a webisode, I get so excited to take these home and play with them, because they're so versatile and the art is so good. So you guys jump on this, take advantage of it. I know these are gonna fly out of here. So start getting those holiday cards done. So if you're watching us on our webisode page, look on the right-hand side and you'll see the money saving deal that we have on there. So check that money saver out. And if you're also watching us on YouTube, we haven't forgot about you, just check below the video in the description box, and you'll see a link that'll take you to the Paper Wishes webisode page, and you can see the money saver, you can see the full color photos in our gallery, and we also have a drop-down list where you can shop each one of these items individually, where you can find the sander, you can find my little scissors and all the glue and everything we used. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.